Hey guys, what's going on, dudes? It is David here, and we are back with another video. Now, in this video, guys, we're going to be going over the Clemson Tigers season predictions for the 2020 college football season. Now, of course, as we all know, Clemson Tigers, they lost in the national championship game against LSU, and might I add, they got exposed in that national championship game by the LSU defense because Trevor Lawrence, he did not have that much of a great game, but of course Trevor Lawrence is still going to be there. They of course lost a couple of guys in the draft. They lost T. Higgins. Of course they lost their biggest defensive player, that was Isaiah Simmons, who went I think 5th overall, or no, it wasn't even 5th. It was number 7 overall to the Arizona Cardinals. They also lost A.J. Terrell, a cornerback, to the Atlanta Falcons, and I think that is it. That's all the big players that they've lost for this past year's draft, well, a couple of months ago's draft. But the players that they still have, because they still have a decent amount of good players still there. Obviously, they still have Trevor Lawrence there at the team. They still have Justin Ross, the wide receiver. They still have Travis Etienne, the running back, and they still have Xavier Thomas, a defensive end that does play for them. So when it comes to next year for Clemson, after next year's draft, it's going to be a very, very big year, because after that, they don't really have any real star players that are still at the team. And even though, yes, they are in one of the easiest divisions in college football, well, when it comes to competition around now, I'd probably say Clemson's probably the best team in the ACC. Miami's going to be pretty good this year. I can't wait to do that football prediction. Probably going to be next week. But anyway, let's get on to the Clemson Tigers season predictions for the 2020. We're going to be going through every single game that they are going to be playing, and they are going to be starting off against Georgia Tech. Now, I just wanted to say, it may seem like I'm giving you all these teams the wins, and I shouldn't really be doing teams like this, because it's going to be kind of easy predicting their schedule, because they're one of the best teams in college football. But I'm just trying to get the big teams out of the way, so that way I can do more stuff. But I probably will switch it up for you. But Clemson will start off by playing Georgia Tech at Georgia Tech, and that'll end up being a win. Then they'll play Louisville, Akron, and Virginia all at home before facing Boston College away. These 3 home games before they face Boston College will all be win. They'll win against Louisville at home. They'll win against Akron at home, and then they'll beat Virginia at home and win, and still have a winning streak going throughout the season. Then they play Boston College and Florida State away. These are going to be 2 wins. Now, when it comes to that Florida State game, you would think that the Florida State team would be able to handle Clemson, but I don't feel like that Florida State team is on that exact level yet to where they can handle Clemson and give Clemson a run for their money. But they are getting there. The Florida State Seminoles are getting there. So are Miami. So Clemson's probably gonna have some competition in the next probably next 2 years coming, considering Miami and Florida State are going to be coming back as big ACC contenders. But yeah, these 2 away wins at Boston College and Florida State are going to be wins. And then to end the run before the bye, they will be winning against North Carolina State and then against Syracuse. Both of these games going to be at home. Syracuse actually always seems to be giving most of the people trouble. I think it was a couple years ago, 2 years ago, where Syracuse actually went and beat Clemson. I think it was at Clemson too. It was either Syracuse or it's North Carolina State that actually beat Clemson that season. But considering that Clemson whooped Syracuse last season in Syracuse, then I don't really see Syracuse doing anything against Clemson. And then North Carolina State, same thing. I like how the 2 teams I predicted to win before the bye are the teams that I think are one of the teams that they're playing before the bye. Between North Carolina State and Syracuse is a team that ended up beating them 2 years ago during the college football season. But otherwise, throughout Clemson's season up until the bye, they will be having an undefeated record so far. Then coming off the bye, they're going to be playing Notre Dame. This is probably going to be Clemson's toughest game of the season, because Notre Dame is going to be really, really good this season. And do I think Clemson can beat Notre Dame? It's going to be a really, really tough matchup, and I can't wait to see who wins this game in the college football season actually does happen. But in this case, I'm going to be giving Clemson the loss, and Clemson will be losing against Notre Dame in the college football season. But then to finish out the college football season for Clemson, they will be winning 3 straight. They'll be winning against the Citadel and then they'll be winning against Wake Forest and South Carolina. The Citadel is going to be at home, Wake Forest is going to be at home, and then South Carolina is going to be at South Carolina. Back to Notre Dame game real quick. The Notre Dame game will be away at Notre Dame. So yeah, when it comes to Clemson's season before the college football playoffs and before the ACC championship game, they will have one loss, and they'll probably win the Coastal Division because there's not really any competition. That I think their biggest competition right now in that ACC Coastal Division is going to be Florida State. But considering that I did give Clemson the one loss, that means they will probably still be making the ACC championship game. And who do I think is going to be playing Clemson in the ACC championship game? I feel like it's going to be Clemson versus the Miami Hurricanes. And Clemson will end up winning this one, going back to the college football playoffs. And I don't really know. It depends on really who they play, but they could get to the college football final, the national championship game, back-to-back seasons. But of course, there's going to be other teams in there. There's going to be Oklahoma. There's going to be Ohio State. There's going to be Alabama. There's going to be Florida with a possibility. There's going to be Georgia. There's going to be a lot of teams out there that are going to have a very good chance of being in that college football playoffs. But Clemson are definitely going to stand a chance. So during the 12-game college football season, Clemson's record will be 11-1. Then they'll win the ACC championship game, so technically it'll be 13-1. 12-1. And then we'll have to see who Clemson really does play when it comes to the national championship game, or if they get into the semifinals and who they play in semifinals, because they beat Ohio State, who was my prediction to win the college football season last season and the national championship last season, and Clemson ended up beating them. So we'll have to see when it comes to that, but. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Please smash the like button. But anyway, guys, I will see you guys all later. Peace.